Hey, how's it going, everybody? It is Keith with Craps TX. Thank you so much again for tuning in. If you don't mind, real quick before we get started, hit that thumbs up for me. It really helps with the algorithm. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when we put out another video. So in the previous video, I did a comparison, kind of like a beginner series type comparison, where I was playing the pass line with double odds versus the 6 and 8. Just at the table minimum, which is a $15 table, so we're looking at $18 each on the 6 and 8. And in that particular video, which the first video, the 6 and 8 won. Actually, they both lost money, but the 6 and 8 didn't lose as much as the pass line player did. So I kind of wanted to just run it, one more time, just not that there was a control in there or anything like that, but just to see if there was a different outcome or if it's just consistent. I mean, law of averages, whatever, dice are going to be dice, they're going to do whatever they're going to do. You just hope that they work in your favor. So what I'm going to do is start out with $400, just like last time. I've got 100 in red on each, and I've got 300 in green on each. We're going to play the pass line on the come out roll for the pass line guy, and that's all he's going to play. And again, he's going to be playing 2-time odds. And then the 6 and 8 guy is going to wait until the point is set, and then he'll place his chips on the 6 and the 8. So let's get started. We'll put $15 on the pass line. And again, by no means should you walk up to a table with $400 and expect to do this and have any level of success or whatever. This is just an experiment, and I'm just using that amount to experiment for this video. So, all right, got that out of the way. Let's get started. We're looking for a point, so we've got to come out roll. Dice are out. There's a 4-3-7, so that is a front line winner. Our pass line guy is already ahead. So there is $15 for him. And we'll just keep that separate over here. And we're still looking for that point. All right, we got a 2x4 6. 6 will be our point. And now our place bet guy will put his money out, $36. So no change. We're going to drop 40. And say, dealer, please place my 6 and 8 for 18 each. So I'll give you $4 and change. We're going to keep that right there. Take that from you. And get you set up. Of course, I'm going to have to get some more. I didn't set my bank up enough. So fortunately, I have some within hand's reach there. All right, so 6 and 8 set up. Pass line is set up. We do need to put our odds back there. I said double odds. So $15 pass line bet. We've got $30 in odds placed behind that, and let's go. Let's see what we can do. Dice are out. There is a 6-2-8. All right, 18 is going to pay 21, and we'll put that in our place bet guys bank. So these 3 over here will be whatever profit we make off of them on each. I've got a 5-4-9 that does not help either one of them. 6-2-8. All right, so again, the pass line guy is going to get $21. Nice out. 2x4 6. That is point. So, well, knocking my lamp over that I use for other things there. Okay, so 2x4 6. That is going to be point. Both of them are going to get paid on this. We've got $21 going to our place bet guy. And let's get some more money. $15 on the flat bet on the pass line, and then that 30 will pay 36, I believe, on the 6 and the 8. So there is 36. All right, and we'll set that in our pass line guy's bank or rack and get him all tidied up there. All right. So, all right, bets are off. Same shooter, looking for another point. We've got our pass line bet out there. We got our place bets, but they're not working. We have a hard 4. All right, so 4 is going to be our new point. Again, we'll put the $30 behind. We'll just take that same 30. It's all going to wash out in the end. I mean, it just depends on what they either one of them end up with, if they still have any left over in their bankroll plus whatever they've won. So it's not really rhyme or reason to pick on one over the other. Okay, so there's point hit. Our place bet guy did not win anything. Our pass line guy is going to win 15 on flat, and then that 30 will pay, what does that pay? That pays 2 to 1, right, on a 4, so that's 60. All right, so he gets $60 for that. All right, we'll put that all up in his rack and get set up for the next shooter. Pardon me one moment. There, got a lamp that was kind of banging up against my back wall there. All right, let's go. Same shooter, we're looking for a new point. Place bets are not working, pass line bet is always working. There is a 5-4-9, 9 will be our new point. And we will place our odds $30 behind for the pass line guy. And continue on, dice out. Hard 10, no help for either one of them. We have a hard 4, no help. Man, getting those 4s and 10s in the hard ways. There's a 5-3-8 that will help our place bet guy. At 18 pays 21. Put that in his little winning stack there. And continue on. Dice out. 2-4-6. Okay, again, $21. Excuse me. Right, and looks like we're getting one full there. So he's already won 100 plus. Dice out. There's another 6, a hard 6. And I need more chips. Alright, so there's another $21. We'll start cashing some of these in or swapping them out. Let's go ahead and do that now. We'll go ahead and get a couple of green over here, make some room. Alright, so there's 50 in red. We're going to swap it out for 50 in green. Okay. That way it kind of loosen up that rack over there. There's a 5-1-6. Alright, so this guy's on fire, man. Hitting pretty hard here. 21 again. Let's make that 26 and we'll get $5 and change. How about that? That way that'll kind of keep that rack somewhat less cluttered. Let me get some of these singles out of there as well. There's $5 in singles. And get that taken care of. All right, let's go. Keep going. Nice out. 5-3-8. So he is hitting after hitting after hitting after hitting. Another $21. And we'll take another red and swap that out for a green. Nice out. Hard 10. And those hard ways are coming up quite frequent. And a 4-3-7 out. Okay, so that obviously hits both of them the same way. They both lose. Take down those bets. And we'll get set up for the next shooter. So our pass line guy needs to set up his $15. And the point or the place guy will wait until the point is set. All right, 5-4-9. Right back on the 9. And he's gonna throw out $36. Dealer, please place my 6 and 8 at 18 each. Done and done. Over, done, done, over. Roger, roger. All right, dice out. Let's see if anybody makes money this time. There's a 5-4-9. All right, well, we did forget to put our odds. So let me take care of that. I'm sorry about that. So there's the odds. And we did that because the point was hit. So our pass line guy is going to win. So that is 15 on the flat. And then the 30 pays, what is that? 3-2. So 45, I think. 30 pays 45. Yep. I had a cheat sheet, but it was off to the side. So there is 45. All right, so that's going to go to our pass line guy. All right, so he's starting to get a little stack over here. I have to make some room there as well. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do that. There's 5 for a nickel or for a quarter. Let's do another 5. Just to kind of tidy that up. All right, there we go. All right, so point was hit. We got our pass line bet down there. Place bets are not working. Coming out looking for a new point. 5-3-8. All right. That could potentially be good for both. This time, let me remember to put my odds behind my pass line. And we are off and running. Nice out. 6, 4, 10. No help on that for either. Hard 8. All right, so both are going to get hit on that. There is 21 for our place bet guy. And then we got 15 and 36 on the odds for our pass line guy. And again, we may have to swap a few out. There's 5. So far both of them are doing fairly well. It may be a closer race this time around. Point was hit, puck goes off. Bets are off, pass line's working. 6-5 yo, and that is important for our pass line guy because he does get his little $15 win on that. And gets to continue on. Nice out. 6-8. All right, so our point is going to be 8 once again. Let's get our odds behind the pass line, $30. And let's see if either can make money this time. There's a hard 8. All right, so right back to back, a buck shot. The place bet guy gets his $21. We'll go ahead and take another nickel and swap it out for a quarter. And let's clean up some of these singles there. There's 5 of those. Whoops, 5 for 5. And then now let's take care of our pass line guy. He is getting 15 on the flat and another 36 on the odds. All right, so let's again kind of condense these down. There is 5 for a quarter. And get that put back in the rack. All right, so yeah, both of them looking fairly decent. Let me see what kind of time we got here. Got my laptop off to the side. All right, 12 minutes. Let's keep on going. We can get a few more shooters in here. All right, there is a 12. All right, that is going to hurt our pass line guy. He's actually going to lose that pass line bet. I'm just going to take it from here. So that's $15 that he would lose, and we would replace it. So you lose on the 2, 3, 12 on the come out roll. You win on the 7 and the 11 on the pass line, just for reiteration purposes. And we have a 6-2-8. 8 will be our new point. All right, let's get that $30 odds, double odds, 2 times odds, however you want to look at it. Set up behind there, and everybody's working. Let's go. Dice are out. 6, 4, 10. A little snag on that dice there. We might have to get that checked out by the pit boss. Not snagging on the table. All right, we have a 3, 2, 5. No help on that for either. That is a hard 6. Again, with the hard ways, should be playing those. That 18 is going to pay 21. And again, we'll take a nickel and swap that out for a quarter, which I'm now out of quarters. So let me get some more of those. And there is a penny. All right. So that paid 21. Nice out. 5, 2, 7 out. All right. So that doesn't help either. We're going to continue on. Still got time for a few more shooters, or one really good shooter if we can get a good long roll in. All right, let's get our $15 set up. Pass line guy. Puck is off. Looking for a point. Hard 8 again with the hard ways. All right, so 8 will be our point. We're going to put $36 out. He's still got a good amount of his bankroll left over here too. So yeah, it could be a close race. All right, there's 36. Please place 18 on the 6 and 8. Get that done. And we are looking for some money. Let's get that odds bet. All right, 2 times odds back there behind the pass line. Dice out. 6, 1, 7 out. PSO. That was a 6. PSO. So out right away. Both lose right away. The house wins right away. Which the house always wins in the long run, right? but every once in a while there is a glimmer of hope and you take a little bit of it from them. All right, let's get let's get some change and get our pass line guys set up. $15 on the pass line, and we are coming out looking for a point. 549. 9 will be our new point. $36 down from the pass line or place bet guy. I'm going to keep confusing those words. So anyway, there's 36, placing the 6 and 8 for 18. All right, not the prettiest stacks, but let's straighten them up a little bit. There we go. All right, and then our 2 times odds for our pass line guy. Dice are out. And another PSO. You know, Uncle Mel at Craps Hawaii, he always says, or not always, but a lot of times he'll say, you know, skip a beat, or you know, skip that first roll after the point is set. A lot of PSOs. You can avoid that. Of course, you know, you never know when they're going to come, and it's just a, you know, the mind of the dice. No control of it really, but you know, 7 is the most popular number, or most popular number of combinations, most number of combinations on the dice. Get it spit out right. All right, let's get our pass line guy set up again. Gotta get a little bit of change. Running light on his bankroll. There is 15, and let's go ahead and just get a new set of dice here. Just for grins, we'll take that 8 there. And we are looking for a point. Dice are out. Picked up the 8 and I rolled an 8. How about that? It's like I'm dice influencing. Okay, yeah, so $36 out. And we'll get our 6 and 8 placed. Alright, and then we'll get our odds back behind for our pass line guy, $30. Point is 8, and we're looking for some money for both. 415, no help. Of course, the pass line guy is only going to win if we hit the point again. I'm sure you guys understand that by now. 639, no help. Another 415. I should be playing the 5 and 9, I guess. And there is a 617. So again, no winners except for the house. Hostess with the mostest. That didn't make sense, but that's the way my mind works sometimes. All right, let's get another time check real quick here before I continue on. We're at 18 minutes. Yeah, we still got time for no shooter. Do we have the money? Yes, we have a pass line bet, and we got enough to make a place bet or 2. So let's go. We're coming out looking for a point. 415. 5 will be our point. The easy 5. We'll put out the $36. Oh, that's from his winning, so let's do that. Let's go 40, and we'll get $4 change. Keep that there in case we need it again. And now we're getting too much bread over here after those few losses. All right, well, let's go ahead and get 18 set up on the 6 and 8. Hear some wind blowing. My air conditioner just kicked on and the vent is right above the microphone on the camera, so I apologize. All right, now we don't have enough money for leftover in our bankroll for our 2-time odds for our pass line guys, so I'm just going to go ahead and take a nickel from the winning stack there and put that behind there. And we'll get a couple more shooters, and even though we're having to dig into his money there, we'll see how this goes. All right, there is a hard 10, again with the hard ways, no help on this. There is a 549 in finding the holes. There is a 3 craps. Mic check 1, 2. Ace deuce. Alfredo sauce. Hard 4. Again, finding the holes. And a 538. All right, so the pass line guy, or place bet guy, is about to win $21. Quit talking and just start paying out. Tripping over my tongue. We're just going to swap that out. Hopefully you guys saw that. Just swapped 5 nickels for a quarter. All right, dice out. There's a 4-2-6. All right, again, our place bet guy is going to get $21. Again, we're going to take another nickel, make that quarter, and wreck it. All right, dice out. 6-2-8. That is back to back to back. Back to back to back jacks. All right, we're going to do the old nickel, make that 5 for a quarter, and the dollar goes there, and looks very much like our place bet guy is going to win again. 6-5, yo, no help. And there is a 5-3-8, another hit for our place bet guy. I'm trying to give him so much there. There is 21. Again, we'll throw a nickel down and make that a quarter. And let's swap out some of these white. There's 5 singles for a nickel. All right, let's keep on going. Nice out. Got a little bit of a hot shooter, or we had a little bit of a hot shooter. There's a 4-3-7 out. So our pass line guy has been shut out this time on that shooter. And I think we may have to just go ahead and end it there. I know this is a little bit shorter video. We're at 21 minutes. That's okay. All right, and we'll get a tally here real quick. So the pass line guy, or place bet guy, had money left in his bankroll. What is that? 150, about 180, somewhere around there, 184. That's what he had left over. But let's just get a total count. Total. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, and 400. So he is going to be in the profit. There's 425, 450, 475, 485, 495, 96, 97, 98, 99. So almost $100. He won $99. He started out with 400 and he ended up at 499. Where is our pass line guy going to come in at? Again, $400 starting bankroll. So let's figure out what he's got. There is 1, 2, 3, 50. Dice out of the way. Trying to hog the show there. 375, 4. So he is in the profit, but not quite as much as the place bet guy. So there is 425, 430, 1, 2, 3, 433. So 499 versus 433, $66 difference. Not horrible. Both of them did end up winning, so that's good. They're both in profit town. But yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to run it one more time, just to see, you know, what the results were, because it all depends on those dice, obviously. I mean, that's redundant, or Captain Obvious type thing. But yeah, that 6 and 8 was coming up quite a bit, especially when the point was not the 6 or the 8, so he was getting paid quite frequently. Whereas the pass line guy had to wait until, you know, a point was hit to get paid, or a 7 or 11 on the come out. So yeah, so that was it. That was our second head-to-head. I probably won't do another one unless you guys want me to do another one, or you could try it at home if you've got a table. Or, you know, just make up something. If you don't have table, grab a couple of dice and do it with a piece of paper and some coins. You can do that. I started out with a little cheap $5 or $10 Party City tabletop. We used that for a little bit for the first few videos. You can go back and check that out. Then we switched over to this grip mat back, about 2-3 months ago, I think. Anyway, so yeah, that was it. That was the head-to-head. That was the pass line versus the 6 and 8. Pass line with double odds versus the 6 and 8, if you want to say it that way. I enjoyed rolling it out for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. If you'd like to send any suggestions, or you have comments and you don't want them to be seen out here in a public forum, you can send me an email, say keep this private, but here's what I want to tell you. I want to tell you this, man. And you can do that right here at crapstx@gmail.com. So yeah, we thank you so much for all the new subs. We're well over 200. By the time this airs, we may be around 250. Right now, I think we're at 238 or so. Really appreciate that. You know, hopefully we can get past that 250 and 300 mark and just shoot on up to 500, and then who knows from there. But again, that's not really the goal of this channel. The goal of this channel was just to learn. It was for us to learn, and for any other newbies that wanted to watch another point of view. There's a lot of great channels out there to learn different strategies. I've learned all of my strategies from watching other channels. I haven't really made anything up. The only thing I may make up is like these little challenge type things, or 6-8 versus pass line. Although I think Jeremy at Color Up did that, and I don't know if anybody else has, but there's a lot of craps channels out there. You can find whatever you want, whatever kind of strategy you want. If you're just looking for beginner tips, but craps beginning strategies or something like that in the search bar, and you'll find a lot of suggestions. Hopefully you'll watch some of our videos, but go check out other content creators as well, because there are some really great craps players out there and craps teachers. So my name is Keith. This is Craps Texas. We thank you so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up for us on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Hit that bell for notifications. That way you'll be notified when we put out another video. But as for this one, that is it, and we'll see you on the next one.